Yep, that's me. You might be wondering how we got here again. Well, if you're into miracles, stick around.
Welcome to Pullin' Out Travel. We're Ryan and Marcy, two friends who reconnected 14 years after high school. We fell in love and we got married. After living in Illinois for 8 years, we decided to sell our house and travel full-time in our travel trailer, Winona. In our videos, you'll see us explore the United States, play some golf, try some delicious new foods, and show our 3 dogs places that they've never seen before. We'll take you along all of our adventures, and we'll even show you the not-so-pretty side of full-time RVing. We've made new friends, created new memories with old friends, and we're loving every minute of it. In today's video, we visit the Iron Range in northern Minnesota. We headed north from Green Lake, Wisconsin to meet my friends Becky and Ricky. Becky grew up in a small town called Buell, where their motto is the finest water in America. The water comes from a glacial aquifer 700 feet underground, and it's encased in 300 feet of solid granite. The water is so pure, it doesn't require any type of treatment prior to human consumption. Now, they took us to meet some of their friends, and it was the anniversary of my dad passing, so we honored his memory with his favorite drink, blackberry brandy. So we needed all of the fresh Buell water that we could get after a night out like this. We got these dill pickle brats.
The holy grail of bratwurst.
They're not just dill pickle flavored, like the flavor of normally it's like, oh, you gotta really search for the flavor. These are actually dill pickle flavored brats. And yes, I'm dipping it in ketchup, but I have mustard in there, so don't come for me. But they are so good. They're hands down the best brats I've ever had. Wow. Here is our setup in Hibbing, Minnesota. We got this dog fence. Oh, Charlie's taking a poop. Don't anybody look at him. Why do you put it on there? To steam the burrito shell.
So it rolls nicely.
And it wraps better.
Like
it doesn't break.
You gotta wet the...
Oh.
Never mind, that's something different.
That's a different channel. Got some bacon over there. Got this Kite Hill cream cheese, dairy-free. Here we are at Bob Dylan's childhood home in Hibbing, which was about a 10-minute drive from our camp. He moved there at the age of 6 until he was about 17. It was really cool to go and see. I did feel a little weird taking photos of a random person's house. A little pop culture fact for you. In the movie Field of Dreams, Ray Kinsella and Terrence Mann, they go to Chisholm, and they find Archibald Moonlight Graham, who in real life was a professional baseball player that never got an official at-bat. He worked as a doctor in Chisholm for 50 years after his baseball career. Chisholm's Main Street leads you to this bridge. It's called the Bridge of Peace, and it features the flags of the United States and the United Nations, and they're on display from spring to fall. They represent a global commitment to peace, which we thought was really, really cool. It also serves as a memorial honoring Iron Range veterans of all military branches. The next day, we picked up Becky and Ricky for a day trip to Duluth, which is home of the largest port on Lake Superior and about an hour and 20-minute drive from our camp. The waterfront lake walk passes along Canal Park, and you can walk around the Duluth Harbor North Pier Lighthouse.
Lighthouses rule. You don't like the lighthouse, you suck.
The Lake Walk Trail also has views of this 1905 aerial lift bridge, which originally used a gondola car suspended from a truss to ferry people and even streetcars across the canal. In 1930, it was modified into its current vertical lift design, allowing taller ships to pass through the canal and providing a more efficient passage for cars and pedestrians. From there, we embarked on a self-guided driving tour up the North Shore on the Superior National Forest Scenic Byway. Our first stop was Gooseberry Falls State Park. After a quick stop at the visitor center, we made the short hike to the falls. Ryan says this photo gives him senior photo vibes. And I'm like, so you're saying I look young? I'll take it. Our next stop was Iona's Beach, also known as the Pink Beach or the Singing Beach, which I was super intrigued to go because who doesn't want to see a pink beach? The stones are made of salmon-colored rock called pink rhyolite, and they're actually illegal to take from the beach, so if you go there, don't take any rocks. The beach is also known to sing. When the waves crash, they toss the rocks onto the shore, and they create this subtle ringing chime. Here we are. As we were leaving Iona's Beach, the truck refused to start. After 30 minutes of Ryan trying the key and tapping on the starter, I looked to the sky crying, and I apologized to my dad for buying a Ford, and I begged for his help. A minute later, it miraculously started. So we skipped our final stop at Split Rock Lighthouse, and we opted for the very quiet hour and 45-minute drive back to Chisholm.
Check engine light's gone. Thing, I mean, just it starts so goddamn quick. But those guys were awesome.
That's good.
So good, so quick.
Are you happy today?
Happy now. Yeah, happy now. Did not wake up happy. But thank you to JM Auto in Eveleth, Minnesota. Those guys there saved our whole trip. Said he would meet us there.
Oh, there he is right there.
Pretty sure Supper Club is like a Midwest only thing, right?
Yeah. There are you can find them in Illinois, but only in like the Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois corner of Illinois you can find them up there. So it's really more of a Wisconsin, Minnesota thing.
Becky's late father was an electrician in the mines, so we wanted to learn as much as possible about the Iron Range and about mining. This is the Hull Rust Mahoning open pit iron mine. It's the largest open pit mine in the world, and they also call it the Grand Canyon of the North. It overlooks a portion of the Mesabi Iron Formation, and it's the result of more than 125 years of iron ore mining. Notice how small all that giant machinery looks down there? And then compare it to how big they really are. The next day, we went to the Minnesota Museum of Mining. It's a hands-on museum with a replica underground mine, 13 acres of mining equipment, and even a Moonlight Graham exhibit. The castle you see at the entrance is a replica of the Corps of Engineers logo. We learned that Chisholm is also the birthplace of the Greyhound bus, and we saw one of the originals which could seat 12 passengers and had 30 horsepower. The name Greyhound is a nod to the color of the buses, which started transporting miners in the Iron Range in 1914.
Tells me that she got her first pair of glasses from Doc Graham. And he hands her a pair, and they were obviously for a man with a big head. And she said, they're falling off. Oh, well, try these. And she looks out, and everything is all blurry and twisted. You'll get used to them. He was not all that good at glasses. So yes, he did get glasses for the kids, like they say in the movie, but they weren't the right prescription.
That's funny. Once a month, Doc Graham would measure the blood pressure of all of his K-12 students. He kept all of their records and did a 15-year study, which was actually endorsed by the Mayo Clinic and presented at major medical conferences. He would also attend all of the home sporting events, bringing the entire team's players apples and oranges to help keep them hydrated. Here we are walking down the replica underground mine shaft, which was really cool, but the deeper you got and like the further you got away from the door, you just had this overwhelming smell. I couldn't recognize it, but Ryan compared it to the smell of cleaning a gun. So you don't want to be down there for too long because it's really stinky. The Minnesota Museum of Mining,
which is on the other side of the camper.
right there.
Fascinating tour today. I forget the lady's name.
Carol.
Carol.
Reminded me of Carol Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, only because her name was Carol.
Yeah, she did not. This was the Duluth day.
Yes. Look how easy that is.
Yeah. It's a quality sticker.
No, I'm saying that because you can't get.
Oh. Nicely done.
Nicely done. So here we are on Highway 5 and Highway 22 in Minnesota, up in the Iron Range, and we are about to have a fish fry right here. This is a place called the Viking. Yeah, they do a fish fry every Friday at 4. Just out here in the middle of nowhere. And this is what it looks like after the fish fry starts. This place is popping. Oh, this was so cool. This is the Iron Man Miners Memorial. It's so big. It's a landmark in Chisholm dedicated to the miners of the Iron Range. It's a 36-foot tall statue of a miner standing on top of a 49-foot structure symbolizing the emergence of man through steel. It's made of a combination of brass and copper, and it's currently the 5th largest freestanding statue in the United States. This is Betty. This is Becky's mom, who may just be the sweetest person on earth. She was kind enough to have us over for dinner, and she made us her famous homemade raviolis and chicken cutlets, which were delicious. We had dinner and listened to stories about Becky's dad catching her and her siblings sneaking out of the house. When you're traveling, honestly, there really is nothing better than a home-cooked meal and great company. Ryan and I are always looking for unique golf experiences, so we drove 40 minutes north of Hibbing and we played at Wolf Ridge Golf Course. This place truly was unique because it has a reversible layout that alternates every other day. Lisa Turtle. Lisa Turtle. Oh, you don't like my singing? Wow. Rude. Well, that's all of our time in the Iron Range of northern Minnesota. We love seeing where our friends are from and learning as much as we can about places we've never been before. Be sure to like and subscribe to follow along with all of our adventures, and we'll see you next week.